Every nation has a history, and every heart has a story it lives by. Here, we narrate the most fragrant of all stories, the Sirah of Muhammad, peace be upon him, with the scent of words and the truth of narration. In the company of Al-Anwar al-Muhammadiyah, who spreads from the gems of the Sirah that which illuminates life. So let us plant in the heart the light of prophethood and begin with the blessings of Allah. The 38th part, Renewing the Construction of the Honored Kaaba, Part 1. There was an important incident in Quraysh that coincided with Lady Khadijah, may Allah be pleased with her, being pregnant with Fatima, the daughter of the Prophet, peace be upon him. This was the event of the reconstruction of the Kaaba. There was a woman from Quraysh performing tawaf around the Kaaba while holding in her hand an incense burner with burning embers. As she circled the Kaaba to perfume it, a spark flew from the embers and landed on the covering of the Kaaba. The covering caught fire and burned, and since the roof of the Kaaba was made of wood, as were its inner pillars, the fire spread and burned the entire roof. The walls remained standing because they were made of stone. The fire raged, consuming all the wood, which caused cracks and weakened the structure. After dealing with the fire, about a month later, during the winter season, heavy rains came, causing floods. The Kaaba's location and geographical setting are in a valley, as Allah the Almighty informed us, in a valley without vegetation. Surah 14, verse 37. The Kaaba is situated in a valley. The rainwater poured down, forming floods that flowed into the Kaaba from all the surrounding mountains of Makkah. The floodwater entered the Kaaba itself. Thus, after the fire, a month later, a devastating flood struck. The Kaaba's structure cracked and it began to collapse with some stones falling off. The people of Makkah became afraid to perform tawaf around it, fearing that its walls might collapse on them. Shortly afterward, a thief broke into the Kaaba. At that time, the Kaaba had two doors. The door we know today and a second door opposite it at the Yemeni corner. Some may have seen in recent media coverage that when the Kaaba's cover was lifted, people noticed the location of the second door. The Kaaba's doors were close to the ground, unlike today, where the door is elevated. At that time, anyone could enter the Kaaba while performing tawaf around it. A thief entered the Kaaba intending to steal its treasure. What is the treasure of the Kaaba? Inside the Kaaba, there was a well in which kings, leaders, and chiefs who came from outside Makkah for Hajj or Tawaf would throw their valuable gifts. The well contained treasures, including 2 golden gazelles, jewels, and precious stones. The thief from Khuza'ah entered, attempting to steal the treasure, but he fell into the well and couldn't climb out. He began shouting for help until the people heard him and pulled him out of the well. These 3 incidents were enough to compel Quraysh to consider reconstructing the Kaaba. They said, "Let us rebuild the Kaaba, raise its door, and remove the second door to prevent the treasure from being stolen again." Now, although Quraysh were polytheists and lacked true monotheism, they still worshipped Allah but associated idols in their worship. They believed that Allah was the creator of everything, and they sought to draw closer to Him through idols, thinking that the idols served as intermediaries to Allah. Thus, they revered Allah's sacred symbols and feared Him, which is Allah's dominion over His servants. At that time, the Kaaba was built with stones placed atop one another without mortar cement. Similar to the simple stone structures that farmers construct by stacking stones on top of each other. When they decided to dismantle these stones to rebuild the structure, they were overcome with fear. Why were they afraid? They feared demolishing it because they remembered the year of the elephant, which occurred 35 years earlier. The Prophet, peace be upon him, was born in the year of the elephant, meaning he was now 35 years old. There were elders among them who had witnessed the incident of Abraha and his army firsthand. They remembered what had happened to Abraha and his army when they intended to harm the sacred house. This fear made them hesitant to approach the Kaaba. Here ends the journey for today. But the story is not over yet. We'll meet you soon, in a new part of the series of this beloved. Until then, send blessings and peace upon him. May you remain always longing for our Prophet, and peace be upon you and the mercy of Allah. This seerah was written by the humble servant in need of Allah. Al-Anwar al-Muhammadiyah. It is your duty to spread the seerah of your Prophet. Peace be upon him. Perhaps you will meet him at the blessed fountain while he is pleased with you, and this is a reward that will be written for you.